So this is the follow-up to the mystery package. I'm just going to let it run, and it's going to be longer than a short, and that's okay. Because I'm going to be sitting here for a while. I am in Laguna Village. Laguna Hills, Laguna. Very beautiful, very crowded. People clearly have a lot of money, and yet they have the brains to make the money, to keep the money, to buy the fancy cars, to valet park, whatever. But here's what we don't have brains for. Driving, apparently. Or just assuming that nobody's going to hit you because you're driving the fancy car. Or walking in front of people. For some weird, awful reason, the GPS, both my Apple Google GPS and the GPS for Uber Eats, took me off PCH and threw me into residential, and like where there's shops and things, and people are just starting out in front of you and not looking, and cars are cutting you off, and I just don't get that. But yeah, so the guy lived on a hill. I had to put my parking brake on and turn my wheels because that's how hilly it was, and then I had to walk down into his driveway, which was fun. So yeah, I am not quite sure what happened here. It was definitely not worth the $13, especially because I'm already stuck out here. Hopefully moving quickly to get out of here. But I know this area, and yeah, there's like a dozen little lights, and we're pretty much just rolling. I was making a video coming down the hill from the guy's house, and there was a albino deer in somebody's yard. It was a lawn ornament. It was big, right? It's like 4 or 5 feet tall. Completely white deer. But it had an awkward smile on its face. Like, it was actually smiling. It should have been smiling. That's not how a deer's face looks, but there it was. It was smiling. And then somebody else had a 2.5, approximately, I'm guessing here, 2.5 foot tall Kermit the Frog mailbox, where you open Kermit's belly and stuck the mail in. And the back of the mailbox was coming out Kermit's butt. I'm sorry. It was a sight. And gosh, I had a video of it, and unfortunately something popped up and kicked my video off, so we don't get to see that. But use your imagination. It was pretty funny. There's so many people, and we're not moving. Ooh, that lady's got donuts. Okay, it looks like a donut box. It might be a pizza box. It's weird. But yeah, here we are. So I'm gonna go over here. Look, all the fancies, and the motorcycles, in the ocean. We're at Laguna Beach. The sun looks pretty. Clouds. A little rainbowy going through it. We're just gonna sit behind this HRV for a while. Oh, an old truck. An old Ford pickup truck. Looks awesome. Out of place here. Maybe not 50, 60 years ago. I say 50 years ago, but that's only the 70s. Which is so crazy. But, anyways. Ooh, yard sale. Hey, look at that. People in Laguna have yard sales. There's a Starbucks. How'd you get into that place? Why are people honking? We all know we're not going to get anywhere fast. There's people singing in this van. Or Jeep. It's not a van. I'm just having a hard time today articulating anything. Ah, that is a big sun hat. Some lady's walking down the street protecting her face and her skin with this ginormous sun hat. If it was pointy, it would be a sombrero. That's how big it is. Just large. I think sun is good for us. This is a weird rant or rabbit hole. Rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole. Like, I've noticed lately at work, everybody wants to block the kids from the sun, smother them in sunscreen, and put umbrellas up and put them under the tarp, and don't let the kids run in the sun, and hide from the sun. I'm like, I get it if it's 90 degrees outside, okay? It's hot. We don't want all turmoil, right? But sun is good for you. We're supposed to get sun. It's vitamin D. We're meant to be outside, you know? And it's like we want to, I don't know, maybe it's just my job. They just want to shelter the kids so the sun doesn't touch them. Oh, here, scoot your toys over into the sun, or out of the sun, pardon me. You can't sit right there. You'll be in the sun too long. If they get warm or uncomfortable, they'll move, you know. And I'm like, oh, they're fine there. Oh, no, we have to keep them out of the sun. I don't understand why. And I've given up trying to say things, like, especially out in the yard, because if I say O, XYZ, they're like QTCB. Like, that doesn't even make sense. At least XYZ is in order, right? But, and it could be dumb stuff. It's like, oh, you know, we should let the kids play over here. Oh, no, we can't do that right now. We don't have coverage. What do you mean we don't have coverage? We've got 33 kids and enough teachers to regulate 60 kids by state law. Oh, no, but so-and-so may have to change a diaper. And yet, one of the aides, they only count for 3 children because of their units or schooling, so we still have plenty of coverage. It's just been a thing lately. And I'm done caring, which sounds really sad. I care for the kids, but I don't care for the politics and the propaganda and the placating teachers. It's like, if you think I'm stupid, just tell me. But I would venture to say that my bachelor's degree and the amount of experience that I have, and the fact that, I mean, like, last week was Teacher Appreciation Week, right? And I got a card from a kid, and the parents wrote that they were very happy that I was their child's teacher, and they had learned so much from me, and so much, in fact, that the child actually taught the parent a few things. Just weird random facts that I, give my kids, like the smallest bone in your body is in the ear, the strongest muscle is the heart. A 4-year-old doesn't need to know that, nor do they really care, but when they do know it, it's exciting for them. They know something that big kids don't know, it's like my kids learned the 50 States song this year, and I really wanted to do it for our open house program, and they told me no, because they're just going to stand there and sing. Well, by golly, that's a stinking hard song to sing. And if your 4-year-old can memorize all 50 states, even if it's rote learning, it's memorization. If they can remember it, then I think that's pretty stinking awesome. But I had several families who wrote really heartfelt notes and cards, just saying that I had a great positive impact on their kids and their family, and I meant a lot to them. And of course, when, administration staff sees that, they're like, oh, yay, good job, but it's not real. They don't care, sadly. Because it's like the minute you mess up, or there's a hiccup, or something didn't go over as smooth, you're a horrible person. And I'm tired of being a horrible person. I know I do a good job. I know I love those kids. I mean, one of the moms, a few of them have my phone number. One went so far as to text me today to tell me, wish me a happy Mother's Day, and to tell me that it's going to be hard. But I'm loved, number one, and number two, the way my mom loved me shows in how I take care of other people's kids. And yeah, it made me cry, which I am doing right now. And look, there's the ocean and the clouds, and my two favorite things. Well, I love the ocean, but I love the mountains too. But look, there's cliffs, so those count. But I love clouds, cloudy days. It looks beautiful. I don't know what you can see, but I'm moving it. Okay, no. really hit hard. Because, yeah, tomorrow is Mother's Day, and it sucks. But, I mean, most days suck. It's hard every day not having my mom here. Not celebrating the wins. Complaining about my job. Or talking about just the simple things in life, you know? But I'll go on and I'll honor her in what I do. And I promised her I would quit this job. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. I kind of feel bad that it took me a year. But, you know what? All the right doors have opened in the right time. And, you know, I'm grateful for that. And I'm not going to let people who don't feel good about themselves apparently make me feel bad about myself, because I know I'm a darn good teacher. I love those kids. I love those parents. And I have done what I was called to do for so long. And now it's a new chapter, right? But enough about work. Dashing. I've made like $70 today so far, which is good. I've had some decent. Oh my gosh. I can't do it right now because we're going to move. But there's a Bentley behind me and it's so pretty. It's an SUV. I didn't know they made SUVs. I guess they make everything, right? I've only seen the cars. I just don't drive anywhere where there's Bentleys all the time. I've been in LA a couple times when I've seen one, and then out here, obviously. But usually it's just a sedan. And it's like a gray with a holographic, not a holographic, prismatic color tint to it. So it kind of looks like it color changes. Oh man, stinking Tesla got behind me and blocked my Bentley view. Blah. I'm not a fan of Teslas. They're very generic now. I love my car. I'm glad it's not a Tesla. I'm glad it doesn't plug in. I know that probably sounds bad, but you know what? Teslas are killing the environment just like the rest of us. You have to get that electricity somewhere. I'm surrounded by red Teslas. What the heck, dude? Okay, the one that's up in the right-hand corner of my screen is the one that was behind me and blocked my Bentley view, and then it moved, and another one, red one, got behind me and blocked my Bentley view. So, moving on to the next thing. We actually got out of Laguna Beach area fairly quickly. Now we're just taking PCH all the way down. Somebody from Texas. Let's play license plate bingo. Texas. Oh, and all these Californians. I would like. It's supposed to be 80 to get. I can't talk. It is supposed to be 80 today. It says it's 71. I don't know if 80 was in Los Alamitos, Cypress, Seal Beach area, or what. Or if the weather is just changing and it doesn't want to follow what the Weather Channel seems to think it should. And if that's the case, I'd like some rain, please. Big, puffy, black clouds with tons of rain. Not enough to make mudslides, because, you know, here in California, we're great at that. But enough to clean everything off, especially my car. I did the car wash yesterday. I still have bird poop in my car. I swear. I have a subscription to this, you know, touchless car wash. And I just need to pay. I want to pay one of those mobile car washes to come to my house and detail my car inside and out. Kind of have to clean out the inside first. But, you know, vacuum, scrub, wipe it down. I do wipe it down on the inside. I clean up my car. But right now I've got a whole bunch of school supply stuff in the back. Books and toys and science items and things. But I do wipe down my car at least once or twice a week, like the inside, trim the dust and stuff. But I have car wipes. I try to make it look nice. Ooh, Pelican Point. See, this would have been so much easier coming up this way. There's like no traffic on the other side of the road. Seriously, I can look in my mirror. There's no cars for like 3/4 of a mile. So that would have been nice. Plus, I wouldn't have to go on the tollroads.com and pay. Even though I have my settings set in Uber Eats and DoorDash to avoid deliveries with toll roads. That is a mouthful to say. And yet, at least once a week, it tries to throw me on a toll road. Now, sometimes it'll take me on the 73 and pull me off at Bison, which is right before it officially goes into where you have to pay a toll. But not today. It was going to take me all the way through, down to the 133. I got off at Newport Boulevard or whatever, but I still had to pay the toll. Hopefully it won't be that much. Last time I think it was like $3 or $3.50, which isn't bad unless you forget to pay it. And then they send you a notice saying, "Oh, we're gonna charge you $100 or whatever," and you're like, "Yeah, no, you're not." And so I had gotten one where it was like I had to pay it that day, and it wasn't letting me go online to pay it. Hey, Chronic Tacos is out here. It's a tiny little place. One in Bellaterra is huge. Anyways, I'm on Orchid and East Coast Highway. And so anyways, I called them and I'm like, look, it's telling me I can't pay online. It's telling me that I have to pay $100. And they're like, oh, we can fix that for you right now. Can you pay right now over the phone? I'm like, sure, why not, right? So they knocked it down to like $8. It's like, all right, thank you very much. I may have already told the story. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, if you call them and complain, they will help you. It would have been even cheaper had I had an account with the toll roads, but I'm like, I try not to, go through toll roads if I can. Excuse me. If I can avoid them, I do. Okay, where am I now? It's cool to live in a place that's over there where you have enough money and small enough streets that you have golf carts. That is a 6-seater golf cart. It's got bigger brake lights than my car has. And no doors. I'm pretty sure it was at least as big as my car. Lengthwise. Maybe longer. Possibly longer. That's a fun way to get around town. I wonder if I could DoorDash in a vehicle like that. That would be awesome. I would decorate it. Like, I would make it look like something, like a bug or a animal of some sort. I don't know. But I would definitely, like, decorate it. It's kind of hard to do with your car. But, and pull up to people's house with, like, a funny little horn or something, An air horn would be awesome. Like a semi. That would be fun. Little car, big horn. Oh, I'm here, I know that was not an air horn. So, sorry. That's what you get. You've managed to watch this much of this video. Yeah. I'm here for your entertainment. And that guy's there to get hit and run over. Because we're just going to walk in the middle of the road. He's, okay, overly tan. I don't say this for anything but comparison, okay? He's Trump tan. Okay, that's what it looked like. Look, he had the Trump tan. And Ken or Malibu Barbie bleached out hair And he's an older gentleman, and he's wearing a southwestern cardigan in Laguna Beach in the middle of May. But hey, kudos to him for being able to look in the mirror and say, I look good enough to go out. Because, you know, hey, I'm just wearing leggings and a black t-shirt today. This is what you get. But, you know, to each his own. At least he's dressed. Could have been worse. I've seen people walking down the street with no pants on. Granted, we were right by the beach, so it was normal. There was this one girl. She had a decent body. I mean, I'm not body shaming or anything. She was fine. She was normal, right? Average woman. But she was wearing like a sweatshirt, pullover, over her bathing suit, and white bikini bottom or bathing suit bottom. But it was saggy in the back, like a kid when they wear a diaper under their bathing suit bottom, right? And like, if you're gonna, I mean, if you've got a decent body, you're gonna walk around like that. At least get a nice fitting, comfortable, because that could have been comfortable, bathing suit bottom. But what do I know? I go commando. No, I don't go commando. I don't even like to go swimming. It's fine. I don't go to the beach for swimming. I go to put my toes in the water, maybe, or to sit on the sand and watch the sunsets. That's why I go to the beach. I am still way out here in the boondocks, and there's another Tesla truck. But the clouds are amazing. Look at that picture. That is just, I am literally going to take a picture. I don't know if it's doing it. I may have like 3 or 4 pictures now of that. It looks so cool on the video. It's almost like a reverse or negative print. If you ever took Photoshop when we printed pictures, not that I'm aging myself, maybe I am. If you took a negative print or you looked at the negatives, there, that's what they are. That's what it would kind of look like. That's really pretty. But you could still do that, I think, on well, like on my iPad, if you do photo booth, you can do the negative pictures where it makes your teeth look really white and your face look really dark, and it's weird. But that's kind of what the sky looks like. The little sun. I had my students lay outside one time recently, because they're always playing and stuff, and we had some really big, I want to say they were cumulus clouds, big puffy ones, thunderheads. And I told them, I was like, okay, I want you to lay down and look at the clouds. Don't look at the sun. The sun was off to the side and it was covered anyway. But I'm like, don't look over there. Just look at the clouds. And one by one, you just saw their faces light up. Because, number one, the clouds were moving. They didn't realize they moved like that. And they were moving away, but they were also shifting and changing shape. And that was just amazing for them. And the shape of the clouds and the puffiness of them and how close they were. They wanted to lay out there for quite a while, and I said, okay, well, a couple more minutes and then we're going to go inside. But now they take time to look up at the clouds. It's really cool, and they're excited about it, you know? We should take more time to do things like that. Well, I've made it this far. I think I'm going to end this video here. It is going to be a long one, which I don't normally make, but it was fun for me. If you're listening, hopefully it was fun for you. Next time I'll tell a limerick or a dirty joke. Just kidding, I don't tell dirty jokes. One of my pastors made a dirty joke one time. And that is for another video. My mom was in the hospital and he was trying to cheer her up, and it was hilarious. And so inappropriate. Anyways, you will have to watch for that one. And I will not name names, but it was pretty funny. So if you like this, if you like my shorts, short videos, not my shorts because I don't wear shorts, please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, and have a great weekend.